Well, thank you, and congratulations to all of our winners so far this evening. SPE Aberdeen is one of the organisers of a project called NASA in Aberdeen, which brings representatives from NASA to speak to school pupils, families, and the general public about the importance of STEM subjects and the careers that can follow from them. OAAs are also about reinvesting back into the industry, with all surplus funds going to help initiatives that promote STEM subjects and careers. Unfortunately, for obvious reasons, NASA in Aberdeen couldn't happen this year. However, to say a few words this evening, I am delighted to welcome our very special guest, Astronaut Bill McArthur.
Good evening. I'm NASA astronaut Bill McArthur. I would like to be the latest person to welcome you to the Offshore Achievement Awards. It's wonderful to be back in Scotland, even if it's only a virtual visit. I'd like to thank Colin Black, chairman of NASA in Aberdeen, inspiring the next generation, and Hyang Lloyd, president of the Scottish Space School Foundation USA, for the invitation. A wise gentleman told me once that in an event like this, you should open with a witty remark, you should close with a good joke, and the two should be as close together as possible. I'll try to remember. My granddaughter asked what I was doing tonight, and I told her I would be speaking to you. She seemed a little worried. She said, "Grandpa, are you going to be giving people advice?" I said, "No, dear, not this time." She said, "Good. Socrates gave people advice and they poisoned him." She's such a dear. My wife and I were raised to be proud of our Scottish heritage. My ancestors hailed from Argyll, the east end of Loch Awe, near Dalmally. Our family story is that my ancestors received a grant of land following the Jacobite Rising of 45 in return for supporting the English king. Well, I've also read that my ancestors supported both sides, so... A gameskeeper in Argyll, familiar with our family history, shared what may be the truth: the Highland clearances. He asked if I knew why my forebears left Scotland. I dutifully shared what I'd learned from my father. The gameskeeper smiled, shook his head, and said, "Nay, the Campbells ran you out." Okay. Our first visit to Scotland in 2001 was to promote STEM education, and that's been a theme of most of our visits. We've supported the University of Strathclyde Scottish Space School and now NASA in Aberdeen. But when we've been here, we've always ensured there was time to immerse in our heritage, and when we've had the opportunity, we have vacationed here on our own. I must thank you for your support of NASA in Aberdeen. The enthusiasm Scottish students have for the study of STEM subjects bodes well for the future of our planet. You, like NASA, recognize that our ability to meet the challenges of the future is dependent on our future workforce. Have you considered how similar our businesses are? We both operate in some of the most inhospitable, extreme, challenging environments imaginable, using sophisticated technology. Now, admittedly, the space shuttle, developed in the 70s, which flew until 2011, utilized what I call the most advanced obsolete technology in the world. But the offshore exploration for oil and gas, bringing it to the surface, delivery to refineries, and eventually to consumers, entails risks with great similarities to space exploration. When the space shuttle program ended, we wanted to maintain the skills of our workforce. My organization, NASA's Safety and Mission Assurance Directorate in Houston, reached out to the oil and gas industry to seek opportunities to share our experiences in the management of high-risk activities. While we hoped we could provide value, we were keenly interested in identifying the capabilities of our oil and gas colleagues, capabilities that can be applied to human space exploration. And now, as we've developed and we are beginning to operate the next generation of spacecraft, I think the oil and gas industry can claim some that you have made a not insignificant contribution to our success. Like you, NASA invests in the future. And the education of our youth is the greatest investment we can make. They are the future. You and I, in particular, need engineers and scientists, which explains our passion for STEM education. Try to remember who or what excited you enough to pursue your career. That's the goal of NASA in Aberdeen. We're not trying to turn all of the students into astronaut wannabes, but we do want them to open their eyes to the exciting, rewarding careers in science, technology, engineering, and math. NASA is proud to partner with the Society of Petroleum Engineers in this endeavor. Thank you again for supporting NASA in Aberdeen. Inspiring the next generation is an investment to which we all must be committed. Now, I promised you a closing joke. Instead, until we meet, Slancha Mom.